sure what's hooking him all the way yet. All right, so yeah, he's not in alignment yet. So he's not going to drive in yet. So this guy, I need to probably put 2 hands on this guy. Let me go ahead and get this tripod stand. There was a tripod stand. Can't find my tripod stand. They're black, so it blends in with everything. Look at that. I had it hanging up here the whole time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try to fiddle around with this. Try to get into alignment first. So that means I gotta get this guy to align or else he'll never get in. So let me go and get that started. Okay. So we gotta get this guy in, straighten him up. Making sure our ignition is still in place. And take it out, that way you guys can see how far and how near I'm close by. Or there you go, that would be alignment. But I think this is too small to reach all the way over there, but I'll try. See, I won't even get enough thread in there. I might have to actually use the longer thread for now and then maybe change them once everything is properly fitted. Because I can get him into alignment, but I can't drive him in yet, so I have to go with a little bit longer. Just slightly longer, not a lot longer. Put my keys in there, kind of lock them in. It's not going anywhere. We're ready for you. Let me go ahead and get the extension and the 10mm socket. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try to drive them with a little bit longer than I had, so I'm taking the silver one now because it has like almost a millimeter more only. But I think that millimeter is probably critical to me being able to drive it in there. But I need to see, I see it now. Let's see if I can actually, there we go. I feel, there we go, got him in. Alright, so it's now that I got that in, now I can actually stabilize everything else. You can see here. Looks pretty cool actually, that silver one. I might just keep them in there. But yeah, you can see here, everything's in line. Oh, I see what it is maybe. Look at that, barely, I didn't, remember again, I never took measurements of how the horn's gonna be, right? And I didn't consider there will be a little plot here. So that's probably the reason why. But you know what, this is a line straight, now look. So I think we barely made it. Look at that. The serial number's there. All right. Oh, it's exhausting here. Okay, but you see the wires there? I didn't want it smashed on the case, so let me move it out. All right, see, that's good that that bolt's holding it because you definitely, let me go underneath and try to see that, my finger. Oh, try to get away from squeezing between it and the horn. There you go, it's moved out of the way. So the horn barely fits in there. We'll find out the horn's gonna be a problem because, again, everything's made pretty snug here in the front end. So I didn't think about that until I put the cover on. The horns are going to be a problem. If that's the case, then we might actually have to cut out a little piece of our glove department here. You know, it's okay. But I don't think so. I think, well, we'll see. I mean, we'll see what has to give, right? I mean, this seems like it seems like the horn is getting a little bit pressure. And if it doesn't want to close up, yeah, then more than likely we will have to cut a little piece out for our horn there to be able to fit in through. So we'll get a Dremel tool or something to cut it. Shouldn't be a big problem. Or we can use some of that saw again that cuts perfectly round. And we'll be able to cut that horn. Not cut the horn itself, but the back end of this, so this guy can squeeze in where the horn should have been. But in the meantime, let's just make sure he actually will screw in just as is. We might not need to cut it. Preferably, I'd rather not do any cutting. But that's what's customization for you. So these things are plastic, so they should force a little bit more flexibility. Let me get this a little bit more tightened in. There we go. Wow, going quite a bit. I'm doing it by hand too, so there's a lot of thread here. Well, it's stuck now, so that's good though. We got a lot more thread in there. Okay, so we can worry about, we gotta get this guy fished in here. And I'm hoping these guys are here, these guys here, they need to come in properly to secure. So I might want to go ahead and get those guys locked in before we lock this guy in. That way we have some reinforcement to hold the bottom. Because they're going to sit flushed in like this. So I need to reach my hand over underneath there like this and support it. You know what I mean? Lift it up or whatever and try to make sure it's directly underneath this guy. Oh, look, see? This guy wants to fall out. That's why I want to probably do this guy first. Get the gauge securely fit. Oh, look at this, see? Over here I can reach it now. I don't have to actually take this off. So, oh man, look, it cracked. Look at that. This thing cracked. Holy smoke, I thought that was a pattern. I didn't realize that it wasn't this side that had the pattern, right? It was more like this side. That's okay. If we take this off, then we can glue the other little pieces that we wanted to anyway. So it serves two purposes now. So let's get that one off, shall we? A lot to have to come off before we actually fit everything else in one by one. Alright, it's getting there. We only have to do this one more time. Unless there's something wrong with the circuitry. Then we do all this work, we're going to go crazy. In fact, I got to put the battery in shortly. But I got a feeling it should be fine, our wires. You know what? Better safe than sorry. Should we go ahead and put the battery in there? Let's do the battery in there. And I probably won't actually record most of this stuff, unfortunately, for you guys to see. Because I might want to be a little cautious and use both hands and stay focused. So I do apologize I can't do that for you. So let's go and put the battery in. And just make sure everything working fine. The lights and everything. Alarm's going to come on, which is fine. It's in opposition. You're going to get to see the battery here. Just a second. Okay, I'm just gonna wheel it over. I always put my ground first. Okay, let's go ahead and get that guy in there. Okay. A little bit of that dielectric grease. This is where I wish I had my Phillips right on me. Is there Phillips around here? I should be able to screw it by hand. It's not cross-threading or anything. Nope. It's just a little bit more pressure. I got too many loose wires. Let me get that Phillips real quick. There he is. He is right next to me. Hold. Just need a little bit more finger muscle, I guess. All right. Okay, the alarm's gonna chirp. I'm not even really tightening it all the way yet. Okay, got 3 amigos there. We got 3 amigos here. Let's see here, which one we'll put first to make a chirp? I think maybe in this one. Nope, maybe this one. Oh yeah, this is right here from the rectifier. So that's actually maybe the main battery. So this guy didn't do nothing for us. This guy's from the horn. In fact, the horn might work just by having this guy on there. He's just a horn. Okay, so let me put him in here. I'm gonna try. Let me see if I can even squeeze. I'm gonna try to squeeze the horn button right there from that corner there. So putting this guy on here. I'm just putting this one red lead from the horn here, this guy right here. Okay, just holding him down. And I'm going to squeeze the horn. Nope, the horn's not working without some power. So let's give it, we won't give it this, well, I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. We're not going to give it this main power here that's going to crank the starter motor. So that's just a crank, this is just a starter motor wire. That's why it's such a heavier gauge. So there we go, we're going to give it all the necessary wire except for the starter motor wire. And this will probably crank the horn. Okay, so we got that there. These 2 guys right here should hold it steady, really. Okay, now I'm going to go and crank the horn. Just these 2 little fuses connectors that we had. There we go. There we go. Here, I'll hold it. I'll hold it on the battery. Okay, I'm not letting it loose. I'm holding on the positive terminal, just these 2 guys. Okay, I'm just going to go and crank the horn. Oh, nothing. Let me turn on my scooter. Scooter's turned on. Still nothing yet. Yep, the horn works. Alright, so let's turn it off. So the horn's fine. Oh, you guys didn't get a chance to see that meter. Well, let me just tighten all this up. Let's see here. I'm going to turn this on. I won't even connect the horn, right? Let's see. You guys can see it. Okay, I'm just going to connect this guy right here. This looked like it's power from everything from the rectifier. So here we go. You can see out the battery voltage. There we go. Look at that. Oh, it's reading. Hopefully, you guys can see it. 13.2 volts. See, there it goes. That's our meter right there. That's where our battery is currently at. And that's just with connecting this guy here. I'll do it again. There you go. See how it starts? It cycles, and then it gives you that reading. That's how it starts. Okay, I'm gonna put it on now. 1, 2, 3. Very cool, huh? 13.1 fluctuating. So that's it, pretty much. So we know it works. I really didn't have to connect everything, so we're fine there. So let me go and take out the battery back because we just wanted to test out to make sure our front gauges and everything work. Did we also check out this one too to make sure this works? Let me just connect it because I need to actually check to make sure all the whole dash, everything works. So maybe we can even fire up the scooter. We haven't fired up for a while. So let's fire it up so it can charge the battery. Let me check out Turn off the switch to the key. We'll have to put our gas in there, jet it. Feed these guys through. Look like the main higher gauge pretty much goes on top. Get an idea how we're going to bolt this guy on. There we go. More than likely this is how I would be. Okay. Screw it on. Alright, just not really, just snug enough. This won't have any problems. Okay. So the whole battery is connected to the scooter. I'm going to take this off so we can actually see the carburetor. And let's go ahead and give it some gas. We'll have it fired up. This doesn't feel too bad to hold, actually. It's not like a really bad grit or grain. But yeah, it looks pretty nice as it is. Better than the scratch, like I said. Okay, so here goes gas. Look at that, gas is drawing into it. We'll turn on. Our gas showing is reading up. Our lights are coming on toward the end. Okay, we'll turn on our kill switch. We'll hit the start button. I believe everything is all clear. Make sure, walk around. Our lights, our driving lights is on. Let's see on this side. Our two S1 driving lights are on too. So there we go. Let's see our high beam. Flickering it. There we go. The flickering part's on before the engine is starting. And let's go and fire the engine up. Wow, almost fired up on its own. I just only did a quick push. Okay, so we'll turn on our choke, our manual choke. Lift it up. Look at that. How long has it been? It's almost a week. We haven't fired up. Smooth. Very smooth. You can feel this, look. Look at that. From even like, oh God, about maybe 3 feet, you can feel how much power that is. Okay, we'll turn off the choke. It shouldn't die. There you go. See how it runs a little differently? The choke was off. It's a little bit more quieter. Let's see how our CVT kit is. Not bad. And let's see if our battery's holding a charge. It's 13.4 volts right now. 13.5 climbing. Here's the fun stuff when everything's all situated. It doesn't look too bad even without the little shield, huh? It almost looks like a real, I guess, a scooter. The shield makes it look more like a motorcycle. Our high beam's on. We'll take it off. Oh no, our high beam is actually there's our driving lights now. It's coming on. Let's see our signal. We'll attach our GY too. Make sure, see our signal bulb is right there. One of them are signal bulbs. Probably this one right here. Flickering. Yeah, keep working. So this is good. Okay, let's hit our other signal. That's good. The temperature. Not bad, still cool to the touch. Very cold, because again, the heat space not transferred heat yet. So we're good. There you go, it's spinning quite nicely. Everything looks good. Okay. Our horn. Take it off. Our volt is climbing. It's 13.7 volts now, 13.8. We don't have to take a voltmeter anymore because we have this little guy here, which is kind of cool. It's more accurate than this little guy. Look at this little guy. He's almost showing completely dead, which is not true. I'm not sure why. In fact, I think maybe our wiring harness is, our gauge cluster or something like that is acting up. Oh, maybe because of the alarm. Maybe the alarm senses it's off, so let me go and turn off the alarm. I can actually kill the switch with the alarm. Okay, let's go and start it back up again. We'll leave this choke off. I think it's warmed up now to do it. We probably won't need the choke. So we're going to turn it on. Okay, so something may be tugging on our wires, perhaps, or our... See, that's what I was afraid of. I was gonna start mounting this guy on there, and now our gauge cluster might be... Oh yeah, it's a loose connection. You can see here, I'm jiggering it. It's coming on and off. There we go. I got hold it stabilized. So there we go. Look, now our battery meter's coming on. And our gauge, so it's just loose. So hopefully it's not going to have that problem once we actually mount it. Everything should be secured. So yeah, the connection is just kind of loose. So we'll check all the connections to make sure they're tight before we finalize again. Let's go and rave it up a little bit. Okay, very good. All right, so we'll check to make sure everything's connected right. And let's go and kill power. That's good to know we can kill it with alarm too, even though we didn't have a start. So yeah, our battery it's now stabilized at 13.4 volts right now. Take it off, it should turn off. So yeah, so we'll check out our gauge meter and everything like that. So yeah, everything's working fine. I'm glad we were able to test it out. Our gauge cluster hopefully won't give us that intermittent wire connection issue, because it looked like we were just turning like this and then all of a sudden it might maybe touch. Oh, you know what? These little leads here, some of the screw bolts might actually touch some of the ground plates on the body panel, so that might cause the short. So yeah, so everything's gonna work really nicely. So now it's a matter of just getting this guy off and fiddling around and taking it all apart, making sure there's nothing else blocking him. So let's go and continue on where we were. We'll have to put this guy afterwards. I didn't realize. And he gave a crack unknowingly. That's okay. Maybe he said, look, I want you to fix my other chip part. That's why I'm making you do this extra work, because you won't do it unless I make you. And he's making us. So let me go and put all the screws here. Don't worry, it's an organized mess. Everything should be still here. Okay, so we got that one there. We're not able to lift this off yet. A couple more 2 screws right here. We'll leave the fuel lines on. There's no problem there. So yeah, the choke, we'll need to turn it on maybe when we first start it up like this in a while. Maybe after daily riding, it might actually not have to worry about that. So there's another right here. Oh, this one's cracked too. Oh my gosh. Literally, seriously, look at that. My God, these things are made well, huh? Sarcastic. All right, so let's go ahead and take this one off. Oh, darn it. That's okay. That's what we got the super glue for, right? So this thing will stay forcefully on, even if we have to glue it in 1,000 pieces, which I hope not to. So let me go ahead and put this guy over here. Get this guy here. Look at this guy. He looks like he wants to give up too. Don't give up. Nope, there we go. Alright, so now the top one should pop up. There we go. We still can't get access to it because, of course, it's not going to make that easy for us. Let me put this over here. Now we got to get these guys also. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 waiting in line. So let's get these guys out. There's one that fell over here. I have to make sure I bring all the screws now because they're getting a little bit scattered. Especially when we roll out of here, we don't want any of these loose screws to come back and bite our tires. Look at that, unbelievable! Look at that straight crack. There's a little piece of guts here. Also, maybe a good time to really check our fuel line, see if there's any kind of. So far, it's dry. It's not any kind of residue I feel yet. I'm scared if there's any kind of glister, then I'll be worried. Okay, that's fine. Gives the opportunity to fix this guy anyway. We couldn't reach him last time. So, in fact, these guys might be easier to put afterwards, really. Oh, it fell through here, so no worry. cars used to pay a little extra for this Indiglo reverse, where the RPM whites are, you know, it's like racing style. But I guess most scooters have those now. The white looks a little bit more cooler. They're kind of reverse, I guess, reverse gauge cluster. All right. There you go, you're off. Oh, two more in the bottom. Forgot. Totally forgot. Okay, so let me go ahead and hold on to this in my pocket. One more over here. This might be better off with the longer Phillips. Which, any screw that I see, I'm gonna start walking them over here now. Come on, I need the longer Phillip. Where are you? I see. There he is. This is what this guy's made for. Want to bolt them off evenly, or else they will yank each other apart. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I think it was just being pressured a lot. I think the reason why is this guy right here. He needs to probably be moved out a little bit more. And we will probably give his wish. Move this guy out a little bit more this way. I was trying to forcefully put him in further in so I can actually get this guy more in. But you know what? He's not moving anyway. And we have this Strat, so we're going to have to push these guys back here, or else they'll put pressure here. So that's the way it goes, which is fine. That means we'll have to unscrew all this too. We do our work, but you know what? Look, you can see some mess there already that we can actually clean up. Whippy-doo, huh? There we go. That's off. We can even leave these guys on here. Prepare it when it's screwed in. They don't have to worry about taking those screws out, but we do have to take this one off. This is the very main thing that's covering our other one. So look, broken half. We don't even have to worry. Maybe it's a good thing it actually came off like this way. Who knows? But yeah, we gotta maybe get these guys super glue and get put back on shortly. So let's go ahead and clean it out a little bit while we have it all the way out here. Take this one off. So the main idea is, oh, actually this will never come off. So that means we have to glue it while it's on here. Another challenge, because again, it's actually, it could come off a little bit, but not much because of the throttle. So we can get our Phillips here. Let me see. Let me see, because if he comes off a little more, we can work with him a little bit better. Twist him maybe. So we twist him this way. Yeah, because our throttle there is holding him in place. Our throttle cable. We can slide him like this a little bit. Yeah, there we go. We can slide him a little bit off like this. But more than likely, we have to probably work with him to get him in there and then glue him. But in the meantime, this is open now. We can actually get access to. And put that chip back part. Look at this. Even this starting to crack. Gosh, almost everything almost here is almost getting cracked. I almost feel like, do we even need this bar anymore? It's a really cool, actually it does protect the wire, so we do need this housing, unfortunately. So we gotta save it. But we will, look at that. See that? What a mess. What a mess. That's what happens when you get these guys too damn close to each other. It's my fault. Oh, this was actually the top part. That's this part here that needs to be fixed on the glue part on our side. So where's that chip? There you go, see? So we're good here. We can fix the chip here on this side. And we can glue this chip here. But unfortunately, unless we take this off, we can't really take this off to glue them with. So we might have to glue them on. So this guy here, we can glue them on here. fix him on here and then put the other pieces on there. But we definitely have to stretch this guy back here a little bit so he has a little bit more pressure to, you know, I guess spread his wings. That's probably why he's crushed in the middle. And we did forced it, so that's our fault, my fault. But yeah, in the meantime, we can get some stuff to screw these on here really nicely. So let's do that. And before we do that, let's check to make sure why our gauge cluster is not solidly coming on. The lights. And let's see what kind of screws these guys probably take. I'm thinking they're probably going to take these little small ones. I don't know about these big ones though. I mean, they're pretty fat. You think so? I think maybe they are taking the big ones. I was going to save these guys for the other one, but they might not take the small ones. They might take these fat ones. Because we're dealing with a heavier surface area. So these guys might take these big ones really. So let's prepare these big ones for it then. That's fine, we'll deal with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this guy aligned in here. Hopefully it doesn't knock his clip, because it would be horrible to try to fish it back out. And we'll keep this guy flexible in here. See why the gauge cluster is giving us problems. Did we yank him too tight or what? So he should be in there. And want to make sure. Might want to take out that boot and really inspect to see why he's intermittently causing some trouble. Peel that boot back off a little bit. Just kind of get a visual of him. It's better to check him now than once he's really on there. Then we really regret not being able to push him all the way through. I'm trying to feel him. Okay, the dominant reading is there. Remember, he's at D1 or something like that, I wrote. You realize we have to redo so much work here. Okay, there he is. This is him right here. So let's make sure he's compressed all the way, huh? All that tugging might actually made him loose. We did pull a wire back when we took out the blue wire. That wasn't supposed to be there. There he is. I'm grabbing him from the bottom in, smashing him in. All right, let's check him out. The gauge should come on. Okay. Signal light. Very low still. Low, low, low still. Okay, you know why it's probably not all the way fully on? We gotta turn the engine on again. Okay, here we go. We're gonna start. Okay, we'll hit the switch. It's not really... Oh, there it is, see? It's a little slower response, but it's coming back on. See that? So I guess when we lift up, we'll know. Something's causing it to easily short. See that? It works. We can jitter all day long. See, nothing gonna happen. But the minute I lay it down like this, it touches something. Okay, it might be the odometer reading, maybe. It's protruding a little bit more. Okay, we'll mount it and see what happens. We'll mount this part and see how, because this thing's already stabilized. This is pretty much holding it in place. We might have to turn it in a little bit once we get this guy's feet on there. So that'll be the next step here, to get this guy's feet on there. Sorry. But this is pretty stabilized as it is. Turn it back off. Okay, let's just mount it, because I can't really see any harsh loose wires other than just the odometer reading. Maybe pushing or pinching a wire because it's sitting on his, you know, who knows, might have a pinch nerve like me. So let's go ahead and get these guys screwed in there. I'm still thinking it might take the big screw or it might take the fat screw. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. Okay, so let's try to give it the benefit of the doubt and give it the fat screw, but I'm thinking if it's too fat, we might be in trouble. And if it's too small, we also might be in trouble. So let's see if these holes are actually from the... See, this one looks like it just swallows it, so more than likely this guy was the one in it. So it's probably the big screw. So this is right here. These guys. So let's go ahead and get abundance of those. We'll bring a handful. Because we need to start mounting it. Put this one back here. Okay, so let's go ahead and start mounting this guy. Then we'll start moving our handlebars adjustment a little bit more. Alright, good angle here. You guys can see me. I can see you. No. Alright, so here we go. It's going to be a lot of wires coming together, so that's why I'm not sure. These guys will not hook together. They have to be forced on together. Okay, now unfortunately I have to turn the handlebars because they're, well, maybe I don't. Let's see. I'll try to get this guy in here. Okay, but I have to support it, so I'm going to reach my palm in there. Because I know he's not angling himself in there for me. It's almost going in there. You can see here. I have to just angle him directly into the slot there. Shouldn't be too bad. Oh! Alright, let's go ahead. I'm gonna kind of reach over and align them myself. There we go. There he goes, driving in. Now he's hitting the metal. We call it that metal one. That's why I'm confident to keep on Allening him, because I don't want him to actually just skip the metal. Now I want to do it evenly, so I'm not going to try to tighten it. Okay. A little moisture here. I want to make sure it's not coming from the brake line, that's for sure. Doesn't smell like brake fluid or anything. Alright, so now I gotta get these guys here. Look at that. It's working beautiful. Here we go. One thing to another, isn't it? Gotta move your angle a little bit. Am I even sitting on him? Oh look, I'm not even on that guy. That's what happens. You want to make sure you're on. Yeah, it's not even on inside the hole yet, so gotta do a pull out. I think this might be, he's more in like this way. So I really need to angle him to go inside first, where then you want to go underneath to really inspect to see if he's coming out from the metal now. You want to make sure he's coming out from the metal plate that's behind this. You don't want him to go on plastic and thinking you got a good screw in. Okay, now he's straightening himself, which is fine. Alright, there we go. Oh, a little too much deep. No, it's fine. That's actually a dent for it. I thought I made that dent myself. Alright, so there we go. Then we'll do the other side as well. We'll get all this plastic rivet in. Not bad. Give this a good tight. I'll even face it all positive together like this, sort of facing the same direction. think they're okay in the slope. I can go back in this one, kind of give it a good tight. Again, put my finger underneath there just to support. There we go. So all positives are aligned. Let's go and start on the next one. Well, we learned something now. A lot more to do than just putting on the panel. Alright, so here we go. We got these guys here. So let me see if I can turn this the other way. Do the same kind of spiel over here. Now that one's nice. Now this is this turn. Okay, I do want to start from that little area here, unfortunately, because I don't know when he's going to give up and starting to fall. Okay, now I have to push this over here this way. Oh, is this a little latch too? I think there's a little latch in there as well. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think there is a little latch. I didn't realize there was a latch there to help. There, aligned it. So I don't have to just purely hold it. There is a little latch. Hopefully I landed on the latch on this guy too. Let me make sure. Oh yeah, the latch is helping him stay supported too in the bob. Okay, so now I got the latch on there. Let's go and put this guy in there. Again, when you do drive it in, make sure you are hitting the metal, because you don't want to. Let's see if I can turn this some more. No, I can't. That's all it gives me. That's fine. I feel like he's getting into the little latch, or the little metal you call it. Come on, man. I have to come from all kinds of angles just to maybe. Alright guys, there we go. Let me make sure he's in the metal before I keep screwing him in. Can't see yet. Yeah, he is. Almost couldn't really see. See, he's gonna pull him in a little bit more. See, there's pulling him in a little bit. Alright. We'll do the plus the same way like this. Put one more here. We'll go after the middle one shortly. There we go. Finally, we got this one covered up. Now we're gonna still have to worry about the horn, so if it's not letting us line up everything else and the horn's in the way, then we got to make that whole adjustment for the horn. I'm hoping not. I can live with a little bit of tightness there with the horn, but not. Okay, line him direction wise. He's pretty much the same, I believe. Okay, this is it. We're going to line him up like that, sort of. Keep the cross sort of horizontal, parallel to this guy. So let's take another one of these fatties, because fatties are the only one that's acceptable. And nice, the key is flushing really nicely. Wait, I want to make sure. When you have it visible open like this, you want to check to make sure it's actually squeezing down on the clamp, the metal clamp. This one's tighter. That's fine. There we go. Now it's loose again. I can feel how it's coming into the clamp and then it's loosening. But now it's tight again. There we go. You don't want to overdo it again. It's still plastic. Nice. Okay, so here's what we got so far. See that? We got that screwed in. We can turn. Now this is going to determine here is if it's going to give us the ability to flex and also close our cap. I think it will, because this thing is already flushed here. It's not popping out. And let's go and check out our gauge cluster. Since it's stabilized now, this is where it's going to be the most stabilized. It shouldn't give us any problem. There you go. Look, it's coming on. Thank goodness. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the engine. We'll hit our signal. Nice and bright green. That's what we wanted. Nice and bright green there. The vibration hasn't caused it to lose. The battery shows it's charging. There it goes. This is also letting us know more accurately. Like a voltmeter built in. Fluctuating at 13.4, 13.5, but it's always been climbing. It's a good thing. When we rave it, it should climb up some more. Let's see here. See our RPM. Okay, 13.9. Sorry, you can't see it because of the light. But if I cover it like this, you might be able to better. 13.7. Our RPM will kick in as soon as we're in motion. There you go. So yeah, we got that part done. So we're about to come back, and I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit more time, kind of wiggle this in here and get that one squared away. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at this for right now, and I'll come back and shoot the other video with all the other stuff in there. Michael from GY6 store, thanks for being patient watching with me. Take care. Okay, we're taking a little break from what we're doing here. I just went to go grab my shrimp camarón. I just want to show you what one of my favorite Mexican dishes here. I know this is more of a scooter vlog, but I had to share it. I had to share my lunch with you guys. If you guys come over, we'll have lunch together. So this is what I got. I guess there's a shrimp camarón plate here, something like this. It's the one with the garlic. I can't remember. So it's probably one of these plates right here, shrimp camarón or something like that. I think one of them might be a little different spices. So yeah, it's like one of these shrimp camarons. I'm not sure, I don't know Spanish, but the one that has a lot of garlic and butter in that one. They give you a bag of chips too. It came from this place right here. It's good stuff right there. So yeah, I'm just eating here, then get ready. Hopefully this gives me enough energy to get back and try to get all the rivets together and then bolt it on there. Then, you know, I put all the little broken parts inside the gibby. We'll probably hook up the gibby. In fact, here, let me do that right now. I'm gonna go and put the gibby on here, so that way we have one less loose item to worry about. Is this on the center kickstand? Yeah, it is. I want to make sure. So let me go ahead and put the gibby. I'll show you how the gibby latch on. Let me get a key real quick here. All right. Have to probably open it to get the key on there, maybe. Don't forgot yet. So the gibby has a little thing on the bottom here. You can carry it, but there you go. See there's a little thing right there in the bottom that sort of latches on. I guess the two latches on the hook, and this third thing right here latches on the middle right here. So this latches on the hooks right there. Alright, so we're gonna do this. Put that on there. And we actually even had to test it out yet to make sure that the gibby stays light up. So you gotta line these little two hooks here on the bottom of the gibby. See where those holes are? There's two of them. So you got it, there you go. It won't go back anymore. You can see how there is line there. Come from the other side here. I'll have more strength out there to eat, supposedly. We'll see. I might be even sleepy. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll hook up the gibby lights as well. But I don't want the gibby to just lie on this like this, because if it falls, it can put some weight and damage on here. So there you go. And then what you do is you clamp it. Gotta put a little pressure on this, and it should clamp. This is what I'm always afraid of when I do this. See that? I have to hold it securely on both ends. So now that it's open, I can push it open. This is where I put all the broken, well, until we get it fixed anyway. All the little pieces there for our handlebar there. I'm almost thinking, I'm gonna, you know, if I need to put a new handlebar, I'll probably put a longer handlebar in there. That way I could probably use the NCY throttle. But you gotta change out the stems and everything. That might be a little bit more work right now. But so far it's looking really nice how it's buttoned up. We just gotta get this to align. That shouldn't be hard. And then we can fix this afterwards, not a problem at all. We'll have to relocate, of course, this again. So, the gibby right there, this thing right here should mount back to the gibby. But let's get the gibby to close. So, here we go. Let me go and get this guy to close up. Let me get the center kickstand. You're gonna hear it latch. When it latches, that means I did it correctly. Let's see here. You can hear it snap. Snap, crackle, pop. Okay. Okay, so it's got to snap in order to make it work. So what I'm going to do is close this down. Make sure I drag it all the way to the very back, because again, the Gibby just slides down like this. It's in line. I'll make sure it's in line. I'm gonna hold it here because I don't want to put pressure on my. And then I'm gonna go ahead and close the Gibby up. Okay, so I'll even close this up. I just need to have it ready to launch. 1, 2. Let's see. I'm gonna put pressure down on this because it has to come up and lock this guy. So maybe it's easier to open it. And you can't actually open it to release the Gibby unless you can open the whole case here. So the Gibby has designed. There you go. It's kind of a weird interlock system. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put pressure here and then. There you go. Oh, it's locked. So I just have to put pressure from the inside. You didn't hear it click, but what I did was I pretty much put my palm here, put some pressure on this inside right here while squeezing it from the bottom, and you can see here it's interlocked now. So we can put our bag back. There's our delivery bag here. Keep things nice and fresh, and it actually fits a whole bag. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually fits 2 full face helmets in here. So it's a pretty nice size. Just dusty, that's all. I gotta clean it a little bit more better. But we'll put this guy in here, keep him locked. Okay, now he's interlocked in there already. He's got 2 that locks in here. And there's another hook here. This is pretty strong material plastic here. And you never think plastic is that strong, but it is. See, and he's locked mainly in here. And then he's got this little rubber bushing that keeps him from not vibrating off. So he's a nice carbon fiber. I'll make sure he stays that way. Yeah, these are really nice cases. They're not like your stock. Okay, then the only thing that hooks on is, you can see here, like 5 prongs right here. So let me go and take these prongs out. I think they're hanging around somewhere here. Oh, okay, there they are. Okay, let's go and feed it. Drag it up. It's probably locking here, there. Look at that. I thought I got that scratch when I spray painted, huh? I missed it. Well, I think I probably did, but it probably didn't absorb through. That's okay, maybe buffering will do it. Let me pull this guy down a little bit. Just so I can get this guy out here. I think he might swing like this. Then we'll latch him on. Or maybe he'll even latch on before he comes all the way to the bottom. We'll see which one works best for him. But let's just go ahead and put him in. So it's just a little click that turns. And the new wire harness, actually you have to change out the whole back end as well. So they made it where it's not even backward compatible with your old wire harness. So you have to actually change the whole thing. They made a whole new connection type. Okay, so let's see how we want to swerve this. We can swerve like this. The reason why is we want the wires to latch nicely, like right there. And this already has it where it latches. Now it says, see, it locks it in place. This is waterproof, supposedly. So let's go ahead and get this Gibby flipped over. Just want to push it. Okay, there we go. That way we can see it. So when we start our, and you can take the keys out, but see, the key is so much nicer than the Chinese ignition key. That's a little sad, but yeah, there we go. All right, so you can see here the light lights up. That's our Gibby there. I'm going to turn the well, to your right, the signal it's flashing. This should satisfy the cost for reflecting. I'm going to turn it to the left. See if I can get a better resolution here. There we go. I can't really see it. See, it's flashing, blinking to the right, blinking to the left. Oh, sorry, not yet. Oh, let me hit it. There we go. This is hitting it, and this should be hitting it. Okay, now I'm gonna hold the brakes. See there? The brakes are working. You can't tell by the other side. So yep, that's it. That's the whole part of the Gibby there. So the lights in the Gibby and everything is working just perfectly. So I think this will satisfy the reflection that the cop was looking for. Hopefully that'll help him out. And let's see if our 13.1 volts. See right there. 13.1. Our battery's still pretty damn good. We'll just keep this in here. So yeah, we'll be able to fix this soon after we get everything else squared away. All the plastic panels and everything. It shouldn't be too bad. Let me move this guy back up. I really like the way this feels actually. It's kind of like a nice grainy feel, not like really cheap feel. It's much better again than what it was before. I'm just kind of happy that all the little scrap of what do you call that little, you saw it before. It wasn't that great looking. So yeah, so this is cool, very cool. So our Gibby's working, everything's accordingly. Its counterparts in here, and then all these other cars. So my objective today is get this guy mounted. Maybe even put the foot panel. Maybe we cannot put the foot panel unless we put the back swing panel, but we can't put the back swing panel because we got the Gibby bar strap here to worry about. You can see how much of a load this might actually put on these strats. So that's why I designed these strats, to be able to take a little bit of vibration to help these guys a little bit. See, there you go. The shocks are moving the bike too, so it's not just a pin up on the strats. So you can see here from the far how it looks. It's looking pretty crazy. It's looking pretty clean now. Doesn't look like a moped for sure, right? Because there's no pedal, that's for sure. This is a scooter. It's not a moped. Oh man, that looks sick. Can't wait till all the panels and everything look fun. And the front one gets back on there. Oh, in the meantime, my food's getting cold. I want to share with you what the shrimp camarón is. If you've ever had it, you haven't had really good Mexican food. The shrimp camarón is just loaded with garlic and butter shrimp. It's probably a little expensive item on the menu, but once in a while it's a treat. And I think we're getting close to celebration now because we're almost done with our scooter built. So there we go. And also she made homemade tortilla. This isn't your Taco Bell, folks. This is not your Taco Bell. So also they give you chips. I think they fry them themselves, very light. I love the little, sort of their homemade salsa too. It's like a ketchup. It's like a ketchup mix or something. But I like it because it's not so acidic-y. There it is. Oh, you even got a scoop of guacamole. But the main part is this guy right here. Look at that. Isn't that just delicious? Throw some chips over here. Have a little celebration of our own. Life can't get any better than this. Look at that. So, take a little dip. Maybe some rice. Maybe some guac. I got myself a little super nacho there. This is the main part. Look at all that shrimp and all that butter. Oh man. Shrimp and butter. Nice treat though. I've been living off of Jack in the Box for a little bit. Kind of getting a little tired. Spoon there, get a little bit of salad here. Put a little lemon there. Get a little lime in there. So what we're going to do is take a little tortilla. Check out her homemade tortilla. You talk about, it's still very nice and warm. Peel that off a little bit. Take your shrimp camarón. Put that in there like that. Put a little, maybe if you want, go and get that tomato in there. Get it out of the way. Say you eat your veggies. Wrap it up. Put it like a little fajita style. You can see me eat. That is good. Hope I don't have oh yeah, it's delicious. Look at all that shrimp. It's like a lobster's tail. Oh, that's so good. Super delicious. Oh, napkin chip? Oh well. Oh, there it is. I put it down the first thing I did. All right. So I'm gonna enjoy my meal, and then after that, I'll get started on the, wrapping this guy up. Which way we're gonna do this? How we're gonna take it? And I think we should be fine. I think by the end of the day, we should get half the panel back on now. I don't know about the handlebar still. Skeptical about that guy. But right now, I'm not worried about it. I'll see you guys once I get started. You'll see me get back to the work.